Well, tonight on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, you remember that we did a podcast here a couple of nights ago where we talked about the Reverend Al Sharpton. And the Reverend Al Sharpton had received two payments from Vice President Kamala Harris of $250,000, which totaled about $500,000 is what he received. But we know that white companies and firms have received hundreds of millions of dollars of the now being reported $1.5 billion that Vice President Kamala Harris had at her disposal. Well, the New York Times, CNN, and many other outlets are also reporting about Boule Martin. Boule Martin has received money as well. So let's go ahead on and check this out from the New York Times. So the New York Times just said how Kamala Harris burned through $1.5 billion in 15 weeks. Now we're going to just get down to the point. Or we talking about your boy Boule Martin. All right, so it says right here, Roland Martin, or better known in this circle as Boule Martin. Boule Martin, who hosts his own streaming programming and runs a media company called New Vision Media, received $350,000 in September for a media buy. And they say, with quotation marks, like media buy, that he said was for advertising. Now, last time I checked, how much advertising was he doing on his show for her that was worth $350,000? I'm curious about that. He said, and I quote, "It should have been a hell of a lot more," Mr. Martin said in a brief interview. He said more should have been spent on black-owned media. He said Mr. Martin interviewed Ms. Harris in October. Now, they also talk about here, Ms. Harris's campaign also made 250,000 donations to the National Action Network. It said organization led by the Reverend Al Sharpton. Ms. Sharpton interviewed Ms. Harris on MSNBC in October. Also, they said Ms. Harris faced questions about relative weakness among black voters. Her campaign gave $2 million in late September to the National Urban League. So the Urban League got $2 million. We don't know what happened with that money. Boule Martin got $350,000. And as we know, Al Sharpton got about $500,000. So let's talk about this a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, because this is important to get into this conversation. A lot of people during the campaign, when I was going that the Democrats were swearing up and down that I was getting paid. And I told you that, no, the people getting paid is Boule Martin and all the shills. They the one getting paid. And now the mainstream media is putting them out on Front Street that, yes, they have been paid. Boule Martin was acting like a pure fool, cussing people out, making shows about people because he got a $350,000 check. Al Sharpton, he got a $500,000 check. The Urban League got a $2 million check from Vice President Kamala Harris. And what did any of them do to help her win the election? See, them folks want to know what y'all done with all that money because she didn't win anything. How many people that you're advertising help get people out to vote? But this what y'all have to understand, folks. Al Sharpton has no influence in the black community. He has none. Boule Martin, he has no influence in the black community whatsoever. He don't. That was such a waste of money. The National Urban League has no influence in the black community. You go ask the rank and file black person, hey, do you know what the National Urban League is? They're going to say, what is that? Because they don't know. That means they don't have no influence. They was wasting a whole lot of money and they get nothing out of it. So, yeah, they're going to be asking questions. And then I saw Boule Martin all mad that they putting him all on Front Street on the mainstream media right now. Because Boule Martin, this woman lost. If she would have won, they probably wouldn't even be talking about you right now. But she lost, and she lost big time with $1.5 billion. So anybody that got anything from her, they're going to be questioned, especially when it comes to media buying and get out the vote efforts and all of that. Y'all always want to question other people about who this person getting paid, that person getting paid. Why don't y'all go holler at Boule Martin now, since you know he got paid? You know he got paid. This dude is so compromised. We've been said that. You can't get him to look at things. This is why he's so pro-immigration, because he's getting paid to be pro-immigration. Being pro-immigration doesn't benefit black Americans. That's why some black Americans are saying, hey, bring on the mass deportations because we need to open up them black jobs. Boule Martin don't want y'all to have no black jobs. He don't want that because that doesn't benefit his bottom line. You understand? Everything Boule Martin tell you, it is a financial gain to it, because if he can get y'all to go vote Democrat, he will get a check. And any person that's only speaking on some things because of that financial, means, I don't have an issue with him making ad revenue. I don't have an issue with him, getting some members on his app and all of that. I don't have an issue with that. Not at all. But when a political party is giving you this much money, that means you got to be on the take for them. And if it was truly an ad buy, then he wouldn't be acting the way he's acting. Say, look, it's just an advertiser, but I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to do what I do. I've been told y'all Boule Martin was compromised. I told y'all that long time ago. But people thinking I'm just picking on him or whatever. I'm not picking on the man. I see it. I've been seeing through him. Everything this man is doing is to work to put himself in position and to undermine black America. He's not on here to be telling you anything. When he talk about they not spending money on black media, he means him. Because you think he don't know about all the hundreds of millions of dollars that went to the white consultants? He's mad that he didn't get hundreds of millions of dollars. He's mad. Well, you hear him say they don't spend enough here, they don't spend enough there. No, what he's saying is they don't spend enough with me. Because if I told you a long time ago, if Vice President Kamala Harris would have gave him a couple of $1 million, he wouldn't be saying a word about black-owned companies, black this, black that. No, he had a sassy response to the New York Times because he's mad that he didn't even, matter of fact, I know he mad that the Urban League got $2 million. Because I can hear him now. The Urban League is not even a media platform. They can't speak for her on a daily basis. We were hot. I know he was hot about that. That he felt that $2 million should have been for him. But when y'all sitting up here accusing people of being paid, these are the people that's really being paid to sell you out. Now, if you want to continue to listen to him, that's your business. I can't tell you what to watch or who to listen to. But what I'm saying is when someone like that is being paid that much money, then white supremacy on the left is saying, oh, I'm not here. He's not a threat. He's cool. I'm not worrying with him. I'll give him a little change, to keep him being a little chihuahua over there with the black people. But he's not a threat. He's not going to threaten our status quo. Matter of fact, he's going to keep up the status quo. So let's go ahead and pay him because he's one of our little overseers on the plantation to keep these black people in line. You understand? That's what Boule Martin is here to do, is to keep y'all in line, to keep all of us in line. He's not here to fight to close the wealth gap. He's not here. Remember, he's against reparations. How many times he told y'all ain't getting it? How many times he told y'all that? Why? Because that $350,000 that he received, that could be a reparations payment for any of you. But he's getting his. That's why he set up here and tell you can't get, so he can get his, but you can't get yours. This is what this man say. This man belittles you. He cusses you out. He talked down on your intelligence. But you see why? Because he's an overseer on the Democrat plantation. And it's his job to make sure that you don't have nothing. That's his job. And he's trying to do his job very, very well. And he's getting paid to do his job. The Urban League getting paid to do their job. Al Sharpton, Al Sharpton's getting paid to do his job. It's to keep you at the bottom. They get a check for it, but to keep you at the collective bottom. Y'all understand? I'm glad this all this coming out, because this is showing you who are the overseers on the Democrat plantation. and why we was fighting so hard to get Black America off the Democrat plantation and on to political independence. Well, you're not on the Republican plantation either. Because I'm not telling my people to go be on a Republican plantation. No. We need to be on our independent square. Fighting for our Black American independent political ideologies. And listen, whatever party is going to give us what we want, that we come to the grips, say, okay, we need this and that and the third. Whatever party is going to do it, okay, we'll vote for that party, but we don't vote because of, I like the Democrats or Republicans. No, we only vote to get our agenda done. We vote agenda. We vote policy. We don't vote party. At any election, we can vote for any party we would like to get our agenda done as a Black American community. But Boule Martin has been exposed as a overseer on a Democrat plantation. It's just that simple. Just like Al Sharpton is one, the Urban League is one, and many others are overseers on a Democrat plantation. So you take that information and do with what you like to do with that. But Boule Martin already just didn't have no credibility. I really believe this situation right here has really, really, really damaged him, I think, beyond repair in the area of credibility. I mean, if you watch him at this point, I mean, I guess it can be entertainment for you to watch him do some things, but to take him seriously, no. I'd rather take my dog downstairs seriously on something with politics than ever I would take Boule Martin seriously, because this man is extremely compromised and he's shown this for years, but now you really can say, okay. Now we have receipts to it. We have it now. Now it's on us at this point. Because, like, for me, never took him seriously. I just really haven't, because just the way he crashed out on Black people, he had no respect for Black people. And then what he said about reparations and stuff like that, I don't take no dude seriously that's going to talk like that about reparations. No. Not at all. I refuse to listen to somebody say that you ain't getting it, you ain't this, y'all all advocating for the migrants be packed on top of Black people. No. But like I say, do you? But yeah, he's just an overseer on the Democrat plantation, and I mean that's his position, and he's happy to be in that position. But since everybody really know Boule Martin is the ops, well, you're not